Does the
Laddie.
stopwatch run through the capture card? Like how do,
Nah, I use the stopwatch
or do you like click it?
on my phone and starting the
Would
stopwatch
you
in
click it
three,
when something
two,
happens?
one. No, I just press
And then write it.
oh no wait, the fuck,
Okay,
wrong
I'll
thing.
shut up.
I pressed the wrong thing. The wrong thing. So Laddie, how's it going, bud?
Lottie. It's going pretty good, bud. How
Yeah,
about you,
bud.
bud?
Donald Trump is crazy. Yo, we live in a crazy time, man.
We
I'll
do.
tell you. You think Kanye is gonna be president?
I mean, anything is possible, right?
Yeah, right. That's what it feels like right now.
Everyone's scared to laugh at that thought now after the last election.
uh, Yo, but speaking of Kanye though, you guys ready
Unbelievable.
for some fucking podcasting, dog?
Yeah, Doug.
Yeah, and I'm ready for some Super
I
Smash
thought you were
Bros. On
just
the
about to
Switch.
start.
You trying to catch these hands, bro?
Who said I didn't start yet? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm here with Joe, who's also known as White Glint, and also I'm here with Laddie. Say hi, guys.
Lottie.
Hello.
So colorful. So for this
He's like a
episode,
Pokemon.
he is actually like a Pokemon. If you knew him, he's very he's got your back. He's
You can only
cuddly.
say his name.
There
I
you
only
go.
come when I'm called.
Ayo. All right, so I figure we'll play a little podcast game. Tentative title. I think I'm calling it Category 3. We've played it on other episodes of Small Talk before, but pretty much I give you guys a list of 3 games, and you got to put each game into a separate category. And the categories are Magnum Opus, which is well, actually, first it's gonna be a games as a service edition. So like every game on this list, the 3 of them are games as a service. So with that in mind, the categories are Magnum Opus, and which means this game only gets one more update, but it's the best update the game has ever received. The next category is Eternal Rebirth, which is the game continues to see updates. Some are good, some are bad. You know, just like how it is now. And Cease and Desist, or Kill It With Fire. I still don't know a good name for this last category, but pretty much the idea is no more updates. Leave the game as it is. If it's gonna live, it'll live on its own. If it dies, it dies. So, any questions about that? First of all,
Nope.
A little bit.
which
A
one?
little bit. So are you like putting them in the categories in like having expectations for the game? Are you like putting it in that bottom category to say that this game is actually really good, it doesn't need updates, and it's going to succeed
it
without
totally-
them?
Well, this is
Totally changes
the-
it if you need to have expectations, right?
well, that's the fun of this game is how you make it what it is. So you make your case for why you're putting it into that category.
Okay.
So the 3 games as a service games are Fortnite, PUBG, and World of Warcraft. I figured these are some of the more popular
So
service games today. So, yeah.
wow. World of Warcraft, for real? Gotta hit close to home on that one.
I know. I knew you were gonna be on this recording, so I had to put that one for you.
That's why you fucking picked it. I mean, unbelievable. So World of Warcraft is a love-hate relationship. There's only, first of all, to me, let me think. I guess besides sport games, 2 games that already have reached like eternal rebirth status. One of them is fucking just Call of Duty. They're gonna forever make Call of Duty and not give a fuck if they're good or bad or not. And then the other one is WoW. WoW is just gonna live on forever. WoW is
it's more of what you would do with the franchise if you were given
what I would do
control.
with it. I would make it keep on living on forever, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's great. It makes Blizzard a lot of money, and that money gets used to make other games, I would hope, and also I'm sure pay Blizzard employees. But just Eternal Rebirth, man. I wanna play that game forever. I just think they're running out of ideas just because on the last expansion you went from fighting like, you know, the leader of the Horde to this guy, and then now you're fighting fucking galactic space aliens. So I want to see kind of what they do next with it. But it's the granddaddy of RPGs. I mean, everybody keeps coming back to it just the way the loot systems works. Like what's it called? Random interval rewards, which like keeps you hooked. Gotta keep fucking raiding every night, every night, every night, every night. Honestly, I like raiding. Some of my favorite times on WoW was probably just kind of getting together in a group with like, I guess at the time I rated it was 10 man and just kind of downing bosses and progressing through the raid. Now it's a little shitty, but that's outside the game, so I don't want to really talk about why it's shitty and how easy the game has really gotten. Um, but that game for sure, Eternal Rebirth. Magnum Opus, definitely PUBG. This is gonna be super unpopular opinion coming up. Do I have to pick one category for each, or do I
Yeah.
just
Real
rank
quick,
them out of those three
can I
categories?
ask how long you played
One
World of
category for
Warcraft
each. Oh, who me?
Yeah.
So I actually really didn't play that long. My first time raiding was on a private server because I was too cheap to pay the monthly subscription. I hope I don't get arrested for this. Is it illegal? I can't. I'm gonna get this on podcast. It wasn't me. I swear to God. So I played private server in ICC, and then when I started playing the game, it was ICC. Well, rather, I played the game actually while I lived in the dorm with FUNKNOWN. There you go. That's a fun fact. And I played with Jemima, right? Jemima got me hooked on that. So I played since Burning Crusade. Then I played private server in ICC, and then I played here we go, another unpopular opinion, Mists of Pandaria. And then now I played this one. I play like every other expansion basically.
Wow.
Why you play?
Never played. I played for like a free trial and put it down.
Yeah, really? Honestly, if I had to pick between two games, I don't want to go too much on a tangent, but Final Fantasy 14 is a really good game. It's the same exact thing as WoW, maybe a little less quality of life differences, but I just like the animation and the art style better.
Nice.
I'd try that out. They do free up to level 30, and we get zero fucking. I just gave them another free advertising. Cut that out. Edit that shit out.
So yeah, what would you
It's not like
then?
anyone listens anyway. um, so yeah, Magnum Opus, definitely PUBG. So that means you know where this is going. um, I play PUBG. I like the realism of the game compared to shooters. I played a lot of Battlefield, I guess, which is like obviously not the same thing. Counter-Strike's a lot more of the same thing, um, in some senses. Kind of has a SOCOM feel to it. Did you guys play SOCOM?
A
Oh yeah.
little bit.
Only
played
one
SOCOM?
though.
You think it's comparable, kind of? Like, loosely.
SOCOM feels more
I
arcadey
think
than
I think the
PUBG.
time is skewed in my memory, so I can't really compare. I don't really remember how clean SOCOM was, but at the time I thought it was smoother than in the time PUBG is now.
Well, that's why it gets the magnum opus. See, the only thing about PUBG is PUBG's not smooth. It's not. I've played PUBG since alpha, where you kind of like buy the early access game and then everything's not working. Like when you play fucking DayZ and DayZ first came out, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy the game for $25, and then next thing you know, fucking, you run into a house because you're running from zombies. You close the door, and then the zombie fucking runs right through the door and the walls and shit. But the walls work for you, but not for the zombies. Like that game's bad hard, and like. Zombies are like fucking tanks, bro. You can hit them with the shovel like 100 times, they'll never die. And then the shitty part is it's like one big walking simulator. So you like fucking spend majority of the time walking, and then some asshole comes and fucking kills you or shoots you in the leg, and you can't transfer blood because fucking you're not the same blood type because you're fucking video game character. Like too realistic. Now, the thing I like about PUBG is PUBG has that realism where, you know what I mean, you're using bandages, I guess, maybe not to that extent, but if I'm playing a video game, I don't want the video game to be too real. What I do want the video game to do though is run smoothly, and PUBG doesn't really do that
Mm,
right now.
right.
It doesn't really do it on the Xbox. I think it's actually, I think it's amazing for mobile. I think it's pretty good for mobile. It's pretty impressive, like where cell phones are kind of getting it as far as playing mobile games. Um, I think honestly, like a WoW like game would do really good on the Switch too. By the way, a huge market for that shit. But wow, I just totally had a brain fart.
So
But
yeah,
PUBG just needs to be kind of like smoothened out and refined around the edges.
yeah.
Um, and then it's good. You know what I mean? The one thing that sucks is like, so they made some recent changes if you guys play. One thing that used to happen all the time is you used to get basically like loot fucked. Like you used to fucking jump out the plane, come down, yo, I'm in this village, this is gonna be great. And then you run around, and then all you find is basically like a shotgun that can only shoot 2 shells before you could reload it, and is completely inaccurate, and like a different color T-shirt. And then some other guy finds like a level 3 vest, a scar, and a bunch of ammo. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's fucking bullshit.
That's just how the nature of the game is, I guess.
But they fixed it. Now you don't get like gun fucked as much. Like everything's a little more balanced. You don't really find as many like fucking double barrel shotguns.
So you would give PUBG one more glorious update. The best it's ever seen.
Like smoothing it out, no glitches, no bugs, runs smooth, looks beautiful, and then the game is perfect. I mean, well, hold on, one more update, like map packs. You got to give me some more maps. Not too much.
It's only one more update. So what are you gonna put in this update?
2 maps. Well, infinite maps if there's no fucking guidelines to the question. A map creator. There you go. Boom.
Oh,
player, map creator. Yeah, thinking outside the box. Flexible thinking right there. So a map creator. Yeah, exactly.
So I guess that's cool. That leaves your kill it with fire is Fortnite. Any reason for that, or it's just because I guess you don't really play it much?
I'm biased. Fortnite is like I don't know. The thing I really don't like about Fortnite, so I've never played Fortnite. I'll come that very clear. But the reason I don't like about it, I haven't downloaded. I just haven't had any urge to play it. I don't like the fact that you could build. I think building adds an extra element to it. So like people do the strategy where like I solo queue and then I build all the way up and then nobody sees me standing on top of them the whole fucking time. And then I just, shoot down at them at the end.
Yeah, the building is a major
go there.
It's a major differentiator between Fortnite and PUBG, but I think the more you play it, the more you definitely get used to it. And I guess I can understand like the immediate turn off from it, because if you just wanted to go into that kind of game and want to just shoot people, then I can understand like you're shooting someone, they build a whole bunch of walls and they just run away from you, or it becomes build wars essentially in its metagame. But
exactly. And that's exactly
the ability to, like, once you start building and you can build really quick and how good that feels, I would compare that to like a Destiny sniper headshot.
Oh, here we go. You play Destiny? I'm about to fucking
I got a refund for that game.
You got a refund for that game?
The headshots in Destiny feel really good.
Can we talk about refunds on fucking online purchases?
No, in another
play Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
Both. Got a refund for
all right,
two.
So the thing I like about Destiny 1, and this brings me to the Fortnite PUBG thing. So Fortnite, because you could build, and if you're very good at building fast and quick and you're creative, it adds a skill element to the game, where even if you're in a 2-on-1 situation, you could very easily play out of the 2-on-1 situation, which is very good. Like that. That's cool. You like that, right? I like that in Destiny 1, because Destiny 1, the game was a little faster and not so much about team shotting. So in Destiny 1, when I was really playing a lot, I could easily outmaneuver like 1 or 2 people. You know what I mean? And then fucking take care of business. But in Destiny 2, everything is team shotting. If you run into a team of 2 people, you're dead, no matter what.
It's like what Bungie did in Halo 1 and Halo 2, pretty much. The necessity of team shotting.
And it makes team play important, which I could fucking go on. I mean, I hate Overwatch so much. I play Overwatch, I really do, just because my friends play it, but it is the worst game ever created. Unbelievable. And there's some no-brainer patches. You love Overwatch? Oh,
yeah.
You know why I don't love it? Because nothing is balanced. Actually, that's not true. A lot of characters are balanced. The new characters are never balanced. That's the same for any game. But it's so team dependent. If you're playing
I wouldn't say it's not balanced. I think it's maybe arguably too balanced, with a handful of characters that could definitely use a lot of tweaks. But I think overall, a lot some issues that people have with the game is it's becoming a thing of the only way to kill people is when you coordinate your ults. Otherwise, nobody dies.
Well, that's just because if your DPS are bad. But here's the thing.
Well, not even the supports in the game are all pretty crazy, especially with
Brigida, whatever the fuck
Brigida,
is. She just got nerfed. She just took they increased the shield bash, but like she's
Yeah, but
impossible.
only 1 second
She's literally
though. We'll see how much
impossible.
that does, but
Yeah.
but but
So
yeah.
there's the opportunity of skill in
Oh,
PUBG. Like if you run in 2-on-1, you're fucked for sure. Maybe not because there's like you have to actually know how to aim to play PUBG. Um, but it's all about positioning. Like so the thing about PUBG is if you're very good at positioning, you'll win a lot of games. I had a crazy high percentage. I think I was like over 50% in top 10 finishes of games played, and my chicken dinners were like 20% of my games played. Like play a little bit. But fucking the crazy thing about it is like positioning is everything, and if you have good positioning, you'll always win. But sometimes you get circle fucked. You know what I mean? Like when like the
yeah, it's just the
restricted play zone
nature
is
of
kind of like,
it seems like that's the nature of the battle royale game. You got to be on top of
I
that stuff.
agree.
but
Circle
not
didn't
for
make a big
Fortnite
difference
because
between
Fortnite you can
PUBG and
build.
Fortnite and me.
Well,
Hmm.
that's the building is the positioning though. You're saying that's a benefit of PUBG, but then that's also a benefit of Fortnite. It's just different because if you're in the right position, like height advantage is always a major thing in shooters, especially. So like
Hmm.
Fortnite,
Hmm.
the way to play that game is you got to outbuild the person and be
You
above
build.
them. If you
Yeah,
if you build above them and you shoot look down on them and shoot them in the head with a shotgun, you can do over 200 damage, and then the max health
exactly.
people can have is 200 if you with the armor and the health both being 100. But without getting too further into like the inside baseball of these games, let's try to bring it back to the game we're playing here. And we have your categories now. Lottie, I'm curious to know where you would put each of these games yourself.
World of Warcraft is easily in the Kill It with Fire, only because I haven't played it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because
It's
he's
just
indifferent towards it. He just doesn't care for it.
yeah. I mean I used to play a game called Nexus TK when I was in high school a long time ago, and it was a similar style game, the RPG, where you put a lot of work and time into it. Once you do it once, you're not ready to start another game like that, you know? It,
Yeah,
it takes a
Yeah,
lot to
yeah,
dive
it's a
into
heavy
another.
investment.
yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what you're getting into. So yeah, that would definitely be Kill It with Fire. No more updates. I don't think people would leave that game. It's a grind game,
Nah,
you
people
know?
would
I think.
definitely leave.
Um, let's see here. PUBG. Continue updates or one more update. That's a tough one between these two. I think I would say PUBG in the one more update.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I would like PUBG to just make one update to clean it and be not clunky.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
I
think
would
it's
agree
I
with
think
that.
it's
That's all
got a
it's
lot of
missing.
things going for it.
Yeah,
It just
that's all
needs to
it's
smooth
missing.
out. In
And then
Fortnite, I
your
want to.
Eternal Rebirth.
Wasn't that Magnus? The one more update?
No. I'm saying
No,
Fortnite is your
well,
Eternal
yeah, that's the
Rebirth,
one you have
where
left.
you keep getting updates.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, Fortnite would be in that because of probably the ability to get out of a fight, save yourself, heal, and then return fire. I just have kind of a love for that concept, like Halo used to have. What I would do with Fortnite, I would get rid of most of the shotguns. I just don't understand why I need 100 shotguns. It doesn't make sense to me. But I think adding stuff in Fortnite, I like what they're doing with like the meteor and the storyline. So I think I would like to keep seeing a storyline continue, but simplify the gun system because the building is already so unique. You don't need 100,000 weapons,
Right.
jetpacks.
Which they recently added. But I like that you brought up
Yeah, I played with one today.
the story, because like that's not. It's obviously a game that doesn't have a actual campaign or story, but the story is told through the details in the environment and through the marketing campaigns, which is I think
Hmm.
very smart for what that kind of game is, especially with the price tag of free. You know, so
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
people
Hmm.
invested, through interesting marketing campaigns and like the what we saw with Thanos. I think it has a lot of potential to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So
and I liked that was a separate gameplay
oh, it's
game
a
mode.
completely different
Yeah.
mechanic.
It didn't.
It was very
You weren't
interesting.
forced to play it.
Oh yeah. The playlist, yeah.
It didn't get into your favorite game mode.
Yeah. So with my list, mine would just mirror yours. I would put PUBG into the magnum opus because I would definitely give that game the one update that makes it into a legitimate game. Because right now, especially on Xbox, it's just especially if you don't have an Xbox One X, the game is still it took me the other day a minute and a half to see any buildings when my friends were already like on different levels getting all the weapons. I was telling them where the weapons were on the different floors of the building that I couldn't see.
Wow. Yeah, I agree.
So I know the game. I know it definitely has potential. I like its shooting mechanics. So I would definitely give it that one more update to make it a stable game, and definitely add the map creator like Joe was saying. That's definitely a little
That was a good idea.
boost to that experience
buddy.
to get around that. My cease and desist or just no more updates would be World of Warcraft.
Just carefully or I won't be.
simply because I think if we can leave World of Warcraft where it is, and then sometime in the future, if they were to ever create a WoW 2, that would melt minds. I think like that kind of announcement would be one of the biggest that the gaming industry can make, aside from like Minecraft.
I didn't even think about that.
So like announcing a World of Warcraft 2 would be insane. Like say 5 years down the line.
That would blow my mind as a non-player of the game.
Right, I don't even play the game myself, and it's just I know how popular it is. I know how much people love that game, and people still play it. And Blizzard makes a lot of money off of it. But just think if they put it to rest for like 5 to 7 years, and then just with the technologies there, they go all out with the sequel. And then that leaves Eternal Rebirth as Fortnite because the game right now is so hot. It's on fire. It's like it's getting. It feels like it's getting more popular every day with all the platforms it's on. It's not even on Nintendo Switch yet, but if it will be, if it is, then it will be just as popular. It's on mobile. It's popular. Like I said before, the price tag of free, very accessible. 60 frames per second feels really good. And just the fact that now it's so huge that they're even getting Marvel properties into the game. Just imagine what the hell they can do down the line. Like, Thanos being in the game opens the door to so many possibilities. Like, imagine if they make a mode where you can be, like, one person can be the Predator or some shit. Or the Terminator. Just imagine anything. I know this is be crazy, but imagine if one person's Goku. That would be freaking nuts.
Like a reach.
That's quite a reach, exactly. But I mean, did you ever before the day before Thanos was announced? Would you have expected that? No.
No, I think it was the timing. Also, it came out right around the time of the movie. That was a big deal for me because, like, if the thing was like 2 months down the road or 3 months down the road, oh, now it's Thanos.
Yeah, Marvel is hot right
I'd
now.
have been
So
like, whatever.
it makes a lot of
Marvel's
sense.
hot. The Avengers movie just came out. But it's good that they're showing that they're like actively working on this kind of, you know what I mean? Like working on these deals to kind of.
And using Thanos is just a completely new way to play the game, and the fact that it's a separate playlist, like lddy was saying, how even if you don't want to deal with that, then you can just continue playing what you like and avoid it. I think they're handling that game very well. And that's it. So
I think that kind of is a stretch though, because like I feel like right now that our expectations for video games are really low. Like, because you mentioned like, oh, it wasn't a set playlist, it was a side playlist. But that's something that like all video games should have. Like Dota has a side playlist. No, Counter-Strike, I guess. not anymore. But Halo has a side playlist. Overwatch has a side playlist. Big popular game.
So
I would say
just
probably
on
most
that topic,
multiplayer
but
games have set a different playlists now.
not Destiny. But
What is it?
story
Just
for
the
another
Iron
day.
Banner? In the first Destiny, there was different
Fucking play
playlists.
whatever they want you to play. They took out so many of the game modes and kind of simplified it. There's no 3v3 and 6v6 now. There's only 4v4. Why the fuck
Well,
would
that
you do
goes
that?
more. Well, I don't know. I can't say much on Destiny 2, but the first one had, the different modes. But a lot of that comes down to, without getting into like the nitty gritty of the game design, but like you have to look
people
at
on servers.
the servers, like the popularity of the playlist. Like if the search times are long, maybe they'll be better served as rotational playlists, making events out of it. It's just the whole slew of
I had
things to
just
think about.
heard that Smite was getting rid of talked about getting rid of two different game types that have been there from day one for that purpose, to put more people into other game types that are more of their main focus
Yeah, I mean it's a
for
shame,
that concept.
and you would
Not
hope
to talk
more
about Smite,
games
but-
have like custom games and a browser, like a server browser to go through. But not every game has that, I guess.
Yeah.
hmm
Sad.
With popularity comes the option to do more.
But Overwatch is popular, and they have
They have a
a
bunch
kind
of
of
playlists.
rotational playlist model.
Yeah, they have some. Well, they have quick play, competitive, and then they have some rotational ones, weekly, a couple daily. Like this week, we have. They'll be changing them, a few of them every day, I think, because there's an event going on. That's another thing
it's a
about games
Blizzard
as a
thing,
service. The events that they make out of these games as a service titles, always exciting. But yeah,
I
mean,
think Blizzard in general just
Yeah.
handles their games really well.
Blizzard's a top tier company. That's why they're one of the best in the biz.
That's
So-
in the Blizz.
I see what you did there. All right, so I guess that ends that topic. You guys want to move on to the non-gaming related topic?
Sure.
All right, for this is the way we like to do small talks are recently are to have the first half something with gaming related and the second half completely off topic, which is anything other than gaming. And topic we'll be discussing now is all right, imagine you are the commander of a starship. And that's it. It's completely open. To start this off, I guess I'll go first. I guess. I mean, you want to do it where we all build on top of each other? Let's just do it. Yeah, we're all combined. We're all like the top dogs in our starship. So what is the first thing we're gonna do?
First of all, we would fucking
gotta figure
never
out.
agree on anything because you guys hate WoW, and I think Fortnite sucks. But we need
I
something.
think we would have to
room.
figure out the exterior, the size of our ship. What's our crew? How many people? How big is this thing?
That's a good question. All right, let's say
Let's get started.
we're a colony. The year we're like hundreds of years down the line, and Earth is pretty much dry on resources. And we're tasked with trying to find other colonies in our solar system or anywhere. Say we're carrying like 10,000. Let's call them sleepers. I'm getting some of this idea from some some science fiction stuff. You guys ever heard of Blue Gender, the
Are you
anime?
talking No.
No.
No? Or Trigun, even?
Trigun, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm a little bit impressed. Anyway, so yeah, we gotta colonize. We gotta make humanity survive, pretty much. So,
And we have civilians on our ship.
oh, we do.
Sleepers, bro. They're all sleeping.
Well, not everybody. We need a crew to help run the ship. So, say we have like, a crew to maintain whatever we need to handle, maintaining the ship, and whatever resources we need to move forward.
Okay, okay.
So what
I can see it.
what would be your guys' first line of command? We're in space now. What are we doing? Where are we going?
Dress down Fridays.
I mean,
Dress
we
down
gotta
Friday.
roam a
Dress
little
down
bit.
every day.
What is our navigation? Is it
do we
easy to
have-
get to other places?
That's what
Do
I'm
we have
saying.
to just look?
What do you think? Do we have a wormhole? What is this? What am I thinking? Subspace jumping abilities or what? You think?
A wormhole kind.
First of all,
kind
what's
of
our budget?
fits.
Can we afford a wormhole?
I
That
don't
would be
know,
natural.
Like,
wouldn't it?
if it's in the budget, why wouldn't I want it? You know, you just fucking travel from planet to planet.
Yeah, it's in the
Are you
budget.
talking about like Star Wars,
So
Star
then we're
Trek?
good. Let's get it.
Yeah, we're
Beam
Star
me up,
Trek.
Scotty, kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh God. Okay. Wow, my mind is blown already.
I want hyperspace. If it's in the
Hyperspace.
budget, get it.
All right. You ever saw what's the movie with Matthew McConaughey? Why am I not remembering this? That he's in space and you don't know what I'm talking about? Matthew McConaughey space movie.
You're talking about Interstellar?
Interstellar, yes.
That was really the movie. I took a total fucking guess. I don't know any actors. I was just like, space movie. It's
What?
not fucking the one where we're saving Matt Damon, because we're always saving fucking Matt Damon from something in all his movies.
Oh, that's
Like,
The
bro,
Martian.
why don't you play a movie where you're the fucking hero? The Martian, Saving Private Ryan, he had to get fucking saved because he got captured. Those guys always getting fucking captured or lost.
He was lost in Jason Bourne. He didn't know who he was.
He's a badass, though.
No one saved him there.
So do you guys think we can do this, first of all? Would you want to be on a
shit,
mission
I mean,
like that?
Come on. Yeah, easy.
I clearly
This is
don't
easy
have any
stuff.
other choice because Earth
Child's
doesn't
play.
fucking exist anymore. I might as well go for the ride.
You think you guys be able to handle
I mean, what's
space?
it?
Or would you lose your minds? I don't know. 'Cause
I don't know.
that's-
Do we have a bar on the ship?
What would you need on
I
your
think
ship? That's a good question. A good a line.
Bar.
I feel like whatever was there, if that was the situation and the world was over, it would just be what it is. This is what we got to work with, you know.
I think we would
But you said we
need-
get to build it, so
yeah, whatever you want is on the ship. So what would be your okay, so Joe says a bar. What would you need, Dottie? Aside from the obvious, like, we have ways to make our own food and stuff like that. Aside from the necessities, you know?
I think I could go. Well, obviously there'd be no internet, right? Or would there be?
Nah, internet is the necessity, bro. You crazy?
That's my only one. Damn.
Nah,
All right, I'd take the internet.
No, we're saying internet is like default. Internet is default though. Like we have internet automatically.
Okay, we have internet.
Yeah, we have internet.
We have a
gotta go.
spaceship. How do we not have fucking internet?
I would make sure everyone has an Xbox.
Everybody has an Xbox. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right, for me, we
I
would
can already
need.
tell it's gonna be a bad ship.
Got some drunk Xboxing.
Piggybacking off of the bar, we would need a way to grow our own herbs. You know what I mean? Get right.
I thought you said aside from food.
So how are we making our
No,
own
I know
food?
you know what herbs I'm talking about.
Basil. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oregano,
See,
bro. That oregano.
That was my one pick. Well, I chose to not say that one.
I was trying to keep it like clean.
I went with my number
Clean,
two.
Yeah, I guess
You're fucking dropping F-bombs left and right. I think we're okay.
Who, me?
No, Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G.I.
Yeah,
Joe.
I had the mature content thing on Twitch within like probably like a day. Like this guy, sure you want to watch it?
Oh man.
Like
So yeah, what else do we need? We need we need
intercom
movies. Intercom is a necessity. Do we
We need
need
something to stay physically fit.
Oh, that's a good one.
A gym.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we got no chance.
Yeah, gym is
Just
pretty
exercise bikes in front of the Xboxes and the TVs, like in fucking.
There you go.
What the hell is
have
that
you ever
show?
seen
Fucking
Black
Black
Mirrors?
Mirror.
This is kind of
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
There-
Yeah, Black
there it
Mirror,
is.
yeah. What about it?
Yeah, they had it down in that episode.
They're talking about people riding the bike and playing games and using their fucking bike points
Oh.
to fucking.
I
I
can
don't want to
see.
spoil it, but
I mean,
That's for the sleepers, man.
that could be our future. You know, one of the
Yeah.
Black Mirror episodes with the social ratings and whatnot.
yeah, I want a Viking horn on the spaceship.
Which one? I feel like there was two. That one and the one where like there was a number above your head and everyone was like fake to each other.
Yeah, that one. That's the one. I'm
That
talking
one,
about,
yeah.
Uh,
That was
they're actually
scary.
implementing a system similar to that in China. Yeah,
Yep.
I heard that. I did hear that.
it's happening. I'm telling you, it's happening.
Fucking China, man.
Now, what's your opinion on it? Is that a really terrible idea, or does it have some
Absolutely
perks
horrible.
that?
I think it's a horrible
If I
idea.
play too many video games, I can't fly
It wasn't all about video games.
because
though,
I'm
was
a
it?
bad citizen. Yeah,
No,
it is. That actually makes the score go down.
Yeah, like remember that
Some
her
people
brother.
were like just
no,
a
her
social
brother
meeting.
played. Her brother. Remember in the beginning, her brother played a lot of video games, and he had a low rating. Presumably because
Yeah,
of
you
that.
get a low social score.
Bad attitude, right?
No, it's just you're a bad citizen to the government.
Wow.
Exactly what it is.
Oh,
I
I
can't
got
believe
you.
this is
I
actually
got you.
becoming a real life thing. So that's what I do not want on my spaceship.
I definitely do not want that too. You're right. So I guess
Wait.
just
Is this
replace
a
that with, I don't know.
spaceship or a starship?
a, s-
Starship.
a star spaceship.
Starship.
All right, big. Okay.
It's a space starship.
Doesn't matter. I don't want it. Whatever it is, I don't
Just like
want
to know what I'm on.
it. Yeah. An anchor? How would we anchor the ship? How do we stop?
Anchor.
Reverse thrusters, man. Come on.
You were saying you want a Viking horn on the ship?
See, I would want a Viking horn, but the only problem with that is there's no sound in space. So, like, it would only be decorative.
When you first said that, I thought you meant actual Viking horns, like bull horns
No,
on the outside of the spaceship.
I'll take those are those are necessities, man.
Hell yeah.
What if we gotta ram other ships? What the fuck?
Fucking, I want machine guns on my spaceship,
Lasers.
laser beams. You think we'll have laser beams hundreds of years down the line?
We have laser beams.
Do we?
You know what we have actually? You
I
I
mean,
don't
we
think
do.
we're hundreds of years away from that.
We do.
That's
We do
true.
have
We do have
for
laser
sure.
beams, yeah, but I mean, like, as assault
No, we have
weapons.
like good laser. Yes, we have good laser beams. Not as like a hand assault weapon, but like we have lasers on tanks. Yes, this is a thing. I know it sounds a little hard to believe. You know what we have,
All
bro?
right.
You know what we have? You know what the U.S. government has? The U.S. government has a satellite in space that's a railgun. And it just shoots big ass fucking telephone poles down
Yeah, Mac blast.
using the railgun. It's literally called Rods from the Gods. That's literally what it's called. I swear to God, Google it. I'm not making this shit up right now.
Yeah, believe you.
Like,
It's like where you think they got the
Google
idea
it.
for Mac Blast in Halo, or like the Hammer of
hell
Dawn
yeah,
in
man.
Gears.
That shit was already fucking real. We just got it a couple of years late as a video game.
Yeah. Can you imagine if one
Secret
of those blasts hits Long Island?
Oh, you're talking about the telephone pole thing?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking about like
The
telephone pole. What the hell?
yeah, well, we shoot telephone poles at targets from space with a railgun.
Oh, okay.
The U.S. does this.
I'm gonna
yes.
need receipts on all
Yes.
this after this recording.
You need receipts, bro. Same fucking taxes.
So how are we decorating the ship? Let's go to that.
We're decorating it.
Yes, we are. What are we doing? What's the interior, outerior?
That's what the
gonna look
Xbox
like?
is for. Once we start
Invisible.
decorating, I'm hitting the Xbox.
Invisible paint, we good.
That's not my job.
I'm out on that one. We got sleepers, man. We got sleepers for that.
Does it just come in a default color?
The sleepers
Do
are
they
sleeping.
decorate it for us when they build
What do you
it?
think the sleepers are doing, man? They're sleeping.
It's just black. Everything black, and we're good.
They're in the Matrix.
It would
Like
get
neon
mad
green.
hot, probably. Everything was black. Just getting really cooked by the stars. You ever have a black spaceship in the summer, bro? You don't know how hot that shit gets.
No, we
Been a
have.
while.
We definitely have reflective paneling, and yeah, we have all the tech we need to absorb sun rays and you convert that into energy.
Yeah, we need solar panels. That's it. Solar panel everything. We're gonna need it to run that internet and all those Xboxes.
I want to know how we're gonna how are we gonna get the materials? How are we gonna get these
pay for it?
resources? We're just three guys, man. We can't
Open,
carry water for the earth.
open-ended question, but
This is getting tough. I don't know if I'm gonna survive.
that's all you're trying to do.
These
is
are the types
survive.
of things you got to think about when you're a captain.
I'm just trying not to starve, man.
You see, for me, whatever resource we need, I'm gonna just use my advanced 4D printer, and then it's just gonna give me what I type it in, and it gives me what I need. That's what,
You're one of them
that's what I'm going with.
genetic engineering kind of guys, huh?
So then, why could we only have one thing?
I'm not
Why
drinking
can
that
I
water.
only pick a bar? Why can't I have an Xbox and a PS4?
There you go.
Is our
Now,
beer
way I
genetically
can run my-
made, 3D printed?
now that
That way, I could rest my feet on the Xbox while I play PS4.
now that is the right question. You gotta think outside the box. Why are you only limited to one thing? You know? Ah. I see I've stumped you there.
I don't know who you're talking to on that one.
I'm
First
talking
of all,
about
what kind of food? An ice
F-bomb
cream
joke.
freezer? What kind of food do we have on the fucking,
Okay.
what kind of food?
on the ship? Yeah.
Pizza, pigs in a blanket,
Oh yeah.
fruit roll up, fruit by the
I hope
foot,
we have
Xbox
some
food?
fucking. I hope
Xbox.
we have some insulin fucking pens. Medicine.
Oh no, we have one
We're
of
gonna
those
need some.
devices, like in Elysium, where you just step into it and then you kill yourself with any illnesses, any diseases or sickness you have.
That's
Yeah.
a good
They
idea,
have,
Funk.
they have the same shit in the Poke Center.
You're gonna save thousands of lives for that one.
Yep. But
Printed
like
in the
that.
4D printer.
sometimes you got to think outside the box. That's what you got to do when you're the commander of a starship, space starship.
It'd be awful living on a starship, bro. You could never have regular ice cream again. You gotta eat like the astronaut ice cream.
Why? It's your starship, man.
It's your starship. What if you have a way to make the ice
A
cream?
way to make it.
Right.
Gravity?
Not to mention ice cream's not really a difficult thing to create.
No, it's not.
No, but you need like gravity.
I'm gonna need a cotton
We're
candy
gonna need our own
machine.
ecosystem.
An ecosystem would be nice.
We gotta raise some cows.
God. Who's gonna take care of the cows though? That's what I'm playing
Our
Xbox.
sleepers, man. Our sleepers.
They're sleeping though.
They're sleeping
They're
though.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, then they should have woke up.
The whole story you just spun is like these people are counting on us to save the human race.
No, the
And we're
purpose
like,
of the
"They'll do it."
sleepers. Purpose of the sleepers was that once we reach a colony, like say we reach a planet where we can live on, or say we reach not even it doesn't have a good atmosphere. Say we have like terraforming equipment and we have to create an atmosphere, and then we create buildings with obviously oxygen in it. Then we can start waking people up to contribute and to colonize whatever
Make babies.
planet we're on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
make babies. That's what he means by colonize.
I mean, at that point, maybe we can clone people. No.
Yeah.
Would you clone yourself?
We could just print babies with a
God,
4D printer.
that's a good question.
That is a good question. That might be another topic idea down the line.
My human self?
What? Your human self?
Do you have another kind of self? What else?
My
would it be?
Pokemon self.
Oh, right. Right.
I might clone a lddy. Well, I don't know if I'd clone me.
What kind of Pokemon would
Maybe
you
clone
be?
me?
myself.
God.
We had this discussion before.
No,
I want to think about these. I want to answer correctly.
Our last discussion
just
was
throw out
YouTube,
something
what
quick.
Pokemon would you
Because it's the only
bring with you?
Pokemon that could be a Pokemon master.
We're going a little off the rails of our off topic. So I guess we should
Our starship, man.
we should close it there. Any final words on this this starship, this space starship, spaceship, starship space?
To anyone listening to this right now, please vote me your commander of the starship. I will not let you down. I promise you.
Yo, man.
I will save the world.
Hush up, yo. They're sleeping. Come on.
Sleeping.
How they listening?
Don't talk too loud. Fucking Jesus Christ.
My favorite thing of
I'm
this
just gonna
whole
whisper.
section was lddy kept assigning jobs to the sleepers.
Lazy bastards.
They're sleeping, no.
He's basically like, you guys do it. I don't want to do shit.
Hey, man, you gotta put people to work.
I do have to know one thing though. lddy, one decoration. What would it be?
What room?
The outside of
Is
the
this
ship.
in like the
What does our outside of the
outside
ship
of the
look
ship?
like? Yeah. What is the name of our ship? And what does it look like?
I think an oversized like top hat.
Yes.
Like in Rocket League, I think like a car topper for our starship, like a big top hat would be awesome.
That would be sick. And then when we land on whatever planet, it'll be like the planet just has a top hat.
Yep. Black and white. Our starship is one color. The top hat's the other.
The engine
People
is
see
in
us
the
from
middle
a mile away.
where the hole is. Wow. I'm liking this more and more.
So that's it for decorations. Absolutely.
I think that's it for this podcast, bud.
Okay, but
So,
Yeah.
lddy, Joe, I love you guys.
Funk, Joe, love you guys too.
We both. I don't know. Actually, fuck you guys, man. Fuck Xbox.
Wow.
Both of you guys. I'm just
Wow.
playing, fucking around you.
Stern but fair.
Yo, my heart is an Xbox. The first console I ever had was a 360. That's not the first console, but it's like
Wow.
the first console with like online
That's a
capabilities.
disgrace. Your first console was a 360? I just don't even know you
No.
anymore.
My first console, I guess my actual first console was a PS1. And then I had a Dreamcast. And then I had
Yo, I'm gonna let you finish that thought,
Okay.
but we'll see you guys next time.